Hey, what's going on? You're watching All the Way Up Crypto. I'm your host, Aaron. Thank you for tuning in. Just got different things I'm probably going to ramble on about with you today. I knew about this probably last week, or actually maybe when it was announced, but I don't know if you really call it a partnership, but Digibyte is going to be utilizing Safe Haven. If I remember correctly, they're in the decentralized finance area. Basically, if remember the details, what do you do with who's in charge of your crypto when you kick the can? You know what I mean? If they don't have access to the private keys, well then what are you gonna do? So I believe they are in a business of making sure that all happens appropriately. But I want to dive a little bit more into it and really dive into it too deep. Probably have a little bit more to report on it tomorrow or the next day or something. I was listening to Omar Bam yesterday, good old Cryptos News. If you guys don't follow him, send some cash money his way, some Bitcoin, Litecoin. He loves Ethereum. I don't blame him because, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, you get emotionally attached to things early on, but anyway, apparently Ivan on Tech was banned from, I guess, doing some stuff I don't know, there was he got his third strike on a video, and it was about Bitcoin going vertical. I don't get it. You know, the people who are watching YouTube right now that filter all this stuff, I don't understand. And Omar was like almost like trying to get banned. The banning of videos on YouTube to me it's absolutely insane. I don't think any video or anything could be labeled as harmful, because if it's harmful, then you shut it off. I mean, it's more harmful to watch our major networks than it is stuff on YouTube, because usually you watch stuff on YouTube, you want to watch stuff on YouTube, and you're not being really brainwashed by the media outlets that are controlled by the powers that be, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. So we got a little bit of correction in the markets today. That was to be expected. I mean, we went up, tried to get over 10K, we got back down, 9,600, and we're back up, we're not get down, and up and down. Eventually we'll break this little barrier and get on a nice little run. That's always fun when we go on a run. People get excited, their attitudes change, a little pep in your step. It's always a good time. Here's another thing. This is important to think about. Smart contracts. So when you're writing code and you're learning how to write code, you usually start with basic, easy stuff, and then you don't really think about people hacking things or figuring out a way to break through your program, because it's really simple stuff, and it's really like not easy to get into. There's not really a lot of vulnerabilities when you're learning how to write code, because it's really like print hello world. There's no vulnerability there. You can't like mess that up. So smart contracts, because they're in this realm of newness, I will say, probably more so with Ethereum, because they probably have the most smart contracts written for their platform, and they're using Solidity. Not that Solidity's bad, I'm not talking bad about Solidity, but it's a newer language, even though it's based off of, I don't remember, to be honest with you, probably based off of C or something, who knows, or even Java, I don't know. Regardless, doesn't matter what it was based off of, they had to do things and change things and set that language up to operate the way that it needs to operate for smart contracts. Are all the I's dotted and the T's crossed? I don't know. when you hear about a decentralized finance platform being hacked, chances are is because the smart contract had a vulnerability in it. And that type of stuff is going to happen. So as encouraging as it may be to move money from your savings account into like Oasis or Compound and collect money on the DAI savings rate, collect interest. I mean, right now it's at 8%. 8%. That's impressive. If it hangs out like that for a year, I mean, you're better off doing that than probably trading, I guess. Depends on how good you are of a trader. Or you find something that's going to increase exponentially higher than sticking it in DAI savings, right? But you're not going to lose, money sitting in DAI. Only have the opportunity to increase. So you want to spread your risk out. Maybe that's a way to go. But again, what I'm trying to bring up to you is the decentralized finance area. It's still a little bit risky, in my opinion, as far as these smart contracts are concerned. Now, there is OPYN, which is, I don't even know, open, I don't even know how you'd say it. I guess it's open. But they're providing insurance. I've touched on some of these topics before, so it sounds repetitive, it might be, but I just like to discuss it with you guys. So basically, rather than collecting the full 8%, like 4% of that goes to insurance. That way, if that contract were to get hacked, then Open will be able to pay you at least that 4% that you own or earned or whatever. So these are things that are going on that are being developed to, like, I don't know, bridge the gap, bring things over, move things over into the decentralized world of how things happen. So I see nothing but positives coming out of it. I want these hacks to happen. I don't want people to lose their money, but I want these hacks to happen so they don't keep on happening. Like the B to Z hack, that was a play on how that contract was set up with some other systems. So they basically arbitraged the hell out of the system and made out like bandits. I mean, it was just somebody seeing how they could take advantage of it. So, and I think part of it had to deal with the oracle that was feeding the data in. But what are you going to do? You live and you learn. And hopefully the next time it doesn't happen, or the next smart contract that's set up like that, it doesn't happen, and things should be okay. So tread with caution these next few years. Don't be sticking everything in there that you possibly think you should stick into crypto or in these smart contracts or platforms. Be cautious of that stuff. Because it's still so young that you could really lose out. You could really lose a ton. Freaking asshole. Anyway, just, be aware of that stuff. Be aware of that stuff. The halving's getting closer, folks. Eventually we're going to hit that halving and take off. Probably for a good year and a half, 2 years, if we do what we did from the previous halvings. So, just throwing that out there for you. I don't know what else is going on. I didn't dive into this, but apparently there's I got some information I got to dig up for you guys and report on it. But apparently XRP and Ethereum, there is some type of something's being set up to connect the two, to communicate with each other. If that's the case, it's only a positive for both camps, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. I mean, you have the XRP army and you have the Ethereum believers, and OGs with Ethereum, it's only going to benefit both, in my opinion. So, anyway, there's my hodgepodge for the day of a mishmash of information. Hope you're all doing well. Until we meet again, stay cryptid, my friends. Peace.